Welcome to the Not Move podcast. We have our weekly WWE show tonight, every Tuesday. Make sure you check us out. We have a special show tonight. Obviously, we have your host, Robert. We have special guest, Zip Zap, and the newest member of the Not Move podcast, the first lady of the Not Move podcast, Tisha. Everybody give her a welcome.
Hello,
Yeah.
Tisha.
Hi guys, thank you.
So super excited to have you on. I'm gonna let Robert take it away because this is his show. Robert, what do you want to dig into tonight on our WWE
All right, we're
episode?
going to start off with a recap of Saturday night's main event. We're going to start off with the first match. We had Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill. Um, on my thoughts on the match, man, Jade just came out and destroyed Tiffany. Jade came out and proved her dominance and took that title, and she earned it. Uh, I think she's going to have a great heel run. I'm ready to see how far it goes. Zip, what's your thoughts on it, man?
This was brilliant, but it only makes sense to do this the way it was done with such dominance is if you continue to book her this way. She has to destroy her next few opponents. I don't want to see back and forth matches. I want to see her in a dominant fashion. So when she finally does lose the title, it gives automatic credence to that person. The match itself, phenomenal. Loved everything about it. She looked very strong. She looked very Brock Lesnar-ish, very Goldberg-ish. This is what we want to see, and I hope they keep up this booking trend.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead, Tisha.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is what we've seen from her AEW days. So, like, she was a very dominating force in AEW, and they booked her so well to be that dominating force. She went all the way undefeated until her time was up, and she left for WWE. So, if WWE books this right, and continue on with like how she was in AEW as this dominating presence, I think her run's gonna be good. The thing that I'm worried about is just that sometimes WWE likes to bury some of their talent. And so I'm just hoping that, like you said, the first couple of matches, she stays this dominating present and just doesn't fall off. And then also, too, like she is a good wrestler, but, AEW was her first not WWE, but first wrestling promotion, and then she came to WWE. So she does have some training to do. So, hopefully fans will take that into consideration as she moves through these matches. Granted, she's had, a lot more training and she has been progressively gotten better, but she is still new to the business and the terms of WWE style.
Yeah, Tiffany, I mean, obviously WWE has pushed her and made her a household name. She's definitely become a favorite. So for Jade to do this, I think this is really her time to make that push. They've teased it in the past, but now's the time to actually push her the way she needs to be pushed. She's an asset to the company, and she needs to be booked that way, in my opinion. That's really all I got.
Yeah, and SmackDown doesn't have a heel right now. They have all of these baby faces. So making her a heel is a great decision because we've seen how she is as a heel in AEW, and we know how good and powerful and dominant she is as a heel. So it was a very, very smart decision to finally give SmackDown a heel.
All right, so I guess we can move on. What should we cover next? What do you guys think? What do you guys really want to talk about on the episode tonight?
Dom- Dominic Mysterio on that same Saturday night main event retained his title. And I believe
Yep,
that was a triple threat, wasn't it?
yep, between Rusev and Penta.
Yep.
What did you guys think of that match?
The more and more I see Dominic Mysterio, the more it reminds me of Eddie Guerrero. Like, it is so good. I love, like, he's one of those. He's a heel, but he's also like he's got that baby face love. Like, you love to hate him. I'm really, really liking Dominic Mysterio as Dirty Dom. And I was really rooting for him to win. So I was very, very happy when he got the win. If he had to lose, I would have definitely been picking Penta because Rusev's return back to the WWE. I feel like it's just been just it's dead. It's I don't understand why he's back. And they're not even they're forcing it down our throats. Like it has not been good. But Dirty Dom has been awesome. I love it. Like he is a definitely believable heel, but also too when he wins, you love it. So I'm loving it. I love the match. It was a good match for me. I love how he used the bell to trick everybody to retain his title. That was really funny because it confused even me. So that was good booking, good storyline, good way to kind of trick even all the fans because usually we see it coming. So it was good.
No, I totally agree. I mean, I love the way, like you said, I love the way he used the bell. Um, it had me fooled. I was over there watching the match. I saw him use the bell. I didn't see him tap. I'm over here confused, sitting there and realize it's Dirty Dom doing it. And then just the way he won and retained his title, I mean, was brilliant. Uh, I think I think his run what has been great, and I think they're probably gonna try to push him up in a few.
Zip, you want to hit on it for me?
I absolutely love the growth that we have seen from Dominic Mysterio from when he first started to right now. We saw someone entering their first matches versus somebody who is now a veteran around the world. His ability to control the crowd and play off their emotions is really underrated. Now, I do want to say when you watch wrestling for a long time, you see things come back around. I have seen the bell spot done before, but it was a very long time ago. And when they did it, I cheered because I said, that is why I watch wrestling for moments like that. Really well done. He made an amazing champion, and he is just getting started.
So I want to pitch this to you guys. How do you feel if it was a build up where it was going to be Dominic Mysterio versus his father, Rey Mysterio? And we have a title versus career match where
Mm,
Rey puts his career on the line and Dominic puts the title on the line. So Rey obviously will build it up as the babyface. And I think if that was to be pushed as a main event for a major pay per view, I think that would feed families.
I can see that.
You guys see
Absolutely.
that?
Oh, absolutely. It would be a good way for Ray to retire and kind of send off like his wrestling career, like that mantle off to his son. It would be beautiful. And, they're both talented. And of course, he's going to make sure that, his son continues to grow and really make sure that match is spectacular.
The way they could build that up, the pride of the luchadors versus the biggest hill in the game. I feel like the storyline would be great. I feel like the build up would be great. And I feel like the match would be great.
Oh, yeah.
It's
I
the
told,
only way for Rey Mysterio to go out would be against his son. It's the only. We
yeah,
all know that's how it has to end. However, I'm not so sure Dominic needs a title to make this reach its peak.
Right.
They can just bill this as they can literally bill this as Rey Mysterio's last match if they wanted to.
Yeah.
This is something we are going to tune in from for the respect of the match and the respect of the industry because we knew it would be the end of a legend, and we're also watching the building of a potential legend. So I'm not so sure a belt has to be part of this, but I do think a some sort of stipulation versus career match will happen.
Yeah. That's what I see in the near future.
yeah, that would be great.
All
So,
right. You want to hit on Logan Paul next or?
we're gonna hit on the third match of Saturday night's main event. We had Drew
Okay.
McIntyre versus Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes retains. The way he knocked out, the way the ref got knocked out, and they both were trying to cheat, but Cody got the best of him, and Cody won the match. Now, me personally, I wanted Drew to win the match. I wanted to see Drew's reign. I want to get y'all's thoughts on it.
From what
As
I
I'm more,
understand,
okay.
please go ahead.
No, what I was just gonna say is just the more that I see Cody's reign, like the story has ended for me. It has. He's starting to get stale and boring. I really want to see Drew McIntyre's reign. It's just, there's nothing more for me, in my opinion, Cody can give me. Is how I'm feeling. Like the story is over.
There was absolutely no chance I gave Drew of winning this match. There was no way he was going to win that. If you're going to have a title change in the middle of a card for the main men's title, it was never going to happen.
Right.
Plus, there's word that Drew's going to be taking time off.
Mm.
So it made no sense for him to win. Well, in the near future, he's going to be gone for a while. It made no sense for him to win. As far as Cody, all that has gone to show me is how fickle fans can be. They love themselves some Cody. Now they are slowly turning them. Slowly. Step
Yeah.
one, ET on the belt. Just keep your eyes over the next few months.
Yeah. I don't know how much you guys have followed AEW and just New Japan and Ring of Honor, but Cody in the undercards as a heel, that was the Cody I like to see. The one that wanted to take Kenny Omega out of the Bullet Club and become the leader. I want to see a heel turn. I want to see him be a bad guy. I feel like this is the only move for Cody Rhodes.
Oh, you want to see black hair Cody?
It,
I want to see black haired Cody back. Yeah, because that was my favorite version.
it would make sense for them to do it. Not necessarily overnight, but in due
No.
time, do a slow
Yeah,
change with this.
yeah. I mean, even I know he didn't like it, but I even liked Stardust Cody. That was amazing when he was paired up with his brother Goldust. Like I love that version of Cody. That was awesome.
It would be nice to have those Cody's back. And so moving on to the final match of Saturday night's main event, we had CM Punk versus Jay Uso. Um, CM Punk hits Jay Uso with a sleeper, goes to sleep, and gets the 3 count and wins the title. Well, for all the CM Punk fans, congrats. Me, I wanted Jay to win. He lost. But all the CM Punk fans, congrats. It was a great match. I'd like to get whoever wants to take the floor, go ahead.
Yeah, so I know that CM Punk's been taking a lot of L's lately, right? And we're gonna have to build him back up. And I feel like this was gonna happen regardless. I feel like this is what we need. Unfortunately, I know you're not happy with it, Robert, but we need to build CM Punk back up, and this is the only way it's gonna happen, in my opinion.
You know what, Robert? I understand why you would want that, but it didn't make sense for Jay to win the title, considering he seems to be at the beginning stages of a heel turn. So
Mm,
if you're going to build him that way, it doesn't make sense for him to win the title because the crowd hasn't necessarily been behind Jay. Like, yeah, they come out with their, heat and everything with the catchphrases, but the attraction that people once had to him earlier this year isn't there right now. So build him as a heel. He'll get back to the top eventually, but right now, build him as a heel. Work that turn. There are some turns coming in the future. He's going to be one of
mm, I can see that.
Yeah, yeah, no, you took the words right out of my mouth because, like, right now, giving him a title when he's on the precipice of a heel turn right now is a bad decision. And right now, I didn't think it would be a good time to give him put that title on him just because of him trying to build into that heel. It wouldn't make sense and fit the storyline. Plus, we do have to build up CM Punk a little bit because he's taken so many L's. And let's be honest, CM Punk is getting older, so he is wrapping up his time as a wrestler. So throwing a title on him, giving right now, just giving the fans what they want, which is CM Punk, giving him the title for a while to have him take the reins because we know he can be a good champion. We've seen him as a heel, we've seen him as a face, and just people love him. I'm a huge CM Punk fan. But I'm also an AJ Lee fan too. So I was very happy with the win. I was very, very happy with the match on both sides. I was hoping that Jay would turn heel after the match, but you know.
Right.
So
What do you
next
got next, Robert?
we're gonna talk about war games. We're gonna start off with the women's side. We got Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Charlotte Flair, and Alexa Bliss against Nia Jax, Lash Legend, uh, Asuka, and Kairi Sane.
Yeah.
Uh, I honestly think the women's this year is going to be a lot better than the men's. I think we got a lot of superstars in there. Uh, I honestly I'm gonna take Team Asuka.
Wow. Um, I'm just gonna throw my quick 2 cents because it's not gonna be long. Alexa Bliss is my favorite wrestler. She's just my favorite out of the roster. I've just always had a crush on her, so I'm just gonna leave that at that. And me and you both, Robert. Obviously, we like Rhea Ripley. That's the team I'm going with.
Team Rhea.
Yep.
Usually in war games, they have one heel team win and one face team win. I believe they are about to bring Last Legend in to be another dominant force of a wrestler. I think that was the whole reason why when she left NXT, she went. She's still technically with NXT. I don't know if she's with SmackDown full time, but that was the reason why when you last saw her in NXT, they brought her down to development. It was to teach her how to be dominant. I think they're going to make her a major player, and I think she's going to be that shining light, that one person that you watched on War Games and you say, "Wow, she came out looking like a star."
Right.
I think the heels pull this one off.
I, I don't know. And for me, like, so the way that they booked this women's war game was beautiful. It makes sense for me. With the tag team titles, everybody's has their different thing going on, like Io Sky and Rhea Ripley with the Kabuki Warriors. Naya's always got something going on with somebody, and so of course she has beef with Charlotte and Alexa, and then adding Lash Legend in after we've been begging as fans to bring her to the main roster because it makes no sense why Lash has been not getting a title shot, like having a title on her waist, or not brought up to the main roster. So it was nice to see her that, but also too, I think there's more pieces to add to war games for the women because there's only four competitors, and usually they always have five on each side. So I'm wondering if we're gonna see Becky Lynch and AJ Lee, one on each side, join into war games. So I think that next week or even Friday we're gonna see another piece added to it. But I am happy Lash Legend is over. Hopefully that she does become a SmackDown member because I could definitely see her and Jade having their battle and having their problem and maybe even taking the title off of Jade eventually down the road as being that powerhouse. But yeah, I think it was a good way how they booked the women's war games totally flowed and makes sense. I think it's better than the men's, and I'm gonna go with Rita Ripley's team. T Ripley.
Ooh, I like
Hey,
that. I like
hey
that. What
guys,
up,
sorry.
y'all?
What's up? Sorry for being late. How y'all doing?
Good,
Good.
good.
Yeah,
How
How
are you
you?
what's
doing?
that?
Doing?
Yeah. So, I hear y'all talking about the women's war games. First off, I like to say, Lash Legend is the star in the making. Like, she has all the tools to be a star, and I think this match is going to highlight her. Everything special, all the things that she specializes in. She's going to be throwing people around, tossing people around. I think she's going to be the star in the match. I do see the Rhea Ripley's team winning.
Mhm.
However, I see like Lash getting a tons of time mixing up with everybody and going to SmackDown would be great because United States title picture is nobody. It's
Yeah.
Julia and Chelsea just won it. Besides that, there's no mid card title scene on SmackDown. So her going to SmackDown just fits perfectly there. And she'll probably be next US champ.
I can see that. So we
Very
got
possible.
three Rias and we got two Oscars. Okay. So let's go ahead and jump over to the men's side of the war games. We got the Vision. Before we talk about the men's side, we need to talk about Logan Paul joining the Vision. So at the end of Smack or the end of Monday Night Raw, CM Punk, Jey Uso was laid out. CM Punk versus the Vision basically, and Logan Paul stepped in to try to help him, put on the brass knuckles, and knocked him out and joined the Vision. What's y'all's thoughts on that? Ja, you want to start it off?
If
Zip, you could go first.
if I may, Logan Paul is a star. I don't mean in terms of YouTube and being a personality. I mean as a wrestler, that man is a star. He works the crowd among the best in wrestling today, just from the psychological aspect. And then he had the nerve to be as talented as he is in the ring.
Mm,
It only makes sense to take somebody who's so green, so good, so much full of potential, and match him with one of the greatest minds wrestling has ever known. All Logan Paul is still on his way up, and if he decides to continue that, this is what he wants to do for his life is to be a wrestler, even if not on full time, but to be a wrestler, he will go down as great.
mm.
Man, I
Again,
like that. I
siding
like that.
him with Paul Heyman. Genius.
I agree with
No,
everything you just said.
yes. I can definitely see that. He definitely takes pride in his craft. It's very rare that you get some of those celebrities that come in and really, really work like crazy to, respect the craft of wrestling. And he is very, very talented, very charismatic. He's a great heel. He definitely will go far in a company. He's not my favorite, but he definitely has so much potential and definitely gives a different element to it. Him entering war games, I mean, yes, I'm happy for the booking, but to me, just adding them in kind of didn't make no sense. It was just like, okay, let's just make this decision, and then they made it this week. Like it was like no build up to have him in war games with and him joining the Vision. So that's why I think it differs for the women. The women had weeks to build this up and make it make sense and make it fit. Where it was just like, oh, here's Logan Paul.
I mean, Logan Paul is the type of heel you can fit him in any situation and it makes sense because he's so hateable. Him joining a faction like the Vision makes them hate more hated. It makes sense that he's beefing with CM Punk. It makes sense that he's beefing with Cody. It makes sense that he's beefing with this person. It just makes sense because it's so easy not to like him. You can plug him into any situation where you need to not like people and he fits. As far as him joining the Vision, I don't like it. I don't at all. I get I get everything. It's a pivot from Seth Rollins and everything like that. I get it. I just don't like it. I just don't. I think you had other guys like I want to see you, Carmelo Hayes, who was in NXT. They showed him to be this star, future star of the company, and they haven't done anything with him. They're not even putting him in that situation, the limelight. So I figured I'd rather somebody like that. But we got Logan Paul. I know he's going to jump off the cage. He's going to do something that's going to make you say "Wow." Because every time he steps in the ring, you say "Wow." You know.
No, I agree with you. Like I would have thought you would add it in Carmelo Hayes, something like that. But Logan Paul hasn't been on screen for how long? So it's just like, oh, okay, we're throwing him in. And granted, he is a heel that is easy to hate, but still, like, I feel like WWE is slowly losing the storylines, like what draws us in week after week to see how the story is progressing.
Because Seth Rollins' shoulder injury messed up this whole storyline.
Right,
Where
but I mean,
it's
there was still a couple people that you could have threw in there that still fit into that storyline. LA Knight, so on, so Randy Orton. You get what I'm saying?
yeah, but it would also have to be somebody who's doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Those guys grin our face, and you have to turn them heel. They're doing something. You still got the little. teasing with
Right.
Cody, with Randy Orton, teasing with Drew. You have he's stuck in that little limbo situation with Drew and Randy. That's what I mean, Drew and Cody. He's stuck in that little situation. You have who else you said? You said Mello. Mello's supposed to be with the Miz, but they won't give us the ending to that. So
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
Alistair Black. If you want to say Alistair Black, it doesn't make too much sense because
I
of the type
mean,
of character he is.
but at the same time, Logan Paul, it still doesn't make sense because he hasn't been anywhere. So that's my
Yeah,
thing.
he was doing absolutely nothing. They found somebody doing nothing that's easy to hate and said, "Here, you will fit well here because everybody hates you. You're not bad on the mic. You're actually pretty good at your wrestling. Oh, hey, man. And you're going to make the match exciting. Place Logan Paul."
So
Yep.
we move on to the actual War Games part. Uh, we got Cody Rhodes. We don't know who the fourth is going to be on either side, but you got Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, Jey Uso. Um, and then you got Logan Paul, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed. Now, I'm seeing, I'm thinking Brock Lesnar, John Cena maybe, but it wouldn't make sense to put John Cena because he has to have an intercontinental match unless they're just going to let him leave with that title.
It's not something they haven't done before. Trish Stratus retired as the WWE Women's Champion. There's been other, people who have retired as champions. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did that. But it would make sense to add both of those two into War Games,
Now I say they add Brock
or
Lesnar.
or LA Knight, or for
I
CM
think
Punk
LA,
side,
yeah, I think LA Knight and it's tough to pick of
Rusev.
the.
It
I don't
is.
know, like
Yeah,
Rusev. I don't
it's just
know.
it's so tough to choose.
Yeah, I
But
can't. I can't just
I mean,
think of a name.
if you remember on SmackDown, uh, Brock Lesnar pulled. I mean, it was a couple SmackDowns ago, but WWE throws them hints out there. Brock Lesnar pulled Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman into the side and said, "We need to talk." Maybe he is joining the Vision.
which
Very
I would hate
possible.
even I would hate that even more than Logan.
You think so? Yeah, you'd hate that.
I would hate it more than Logan. That is just absolute. That would show me that you panicked after Seth. You have no vision after Seth. Seth is your only vision. Which again, which I don't think any of y'all realize, they did not have to turn on Seth. They did not have to do that. They could have literally just let Steph go on hiatus because he's injured. They didn't have to rush the storyline. So
Mm.
now everything looks like they're panicking.
Well, how many times have we seen Seth turn heel with a team and it just be very kind of a boring heel run? And that's what I feel like it was. It was just the same thing over again as a
Yeah.
heel, and it's just not working with him as a group. If he's by himself as a heel, it works. But as soon as he starts adding in other pieces, it's a terrible heel run, in my
Yeah,
Right.
opinion.
can we give? We gave every last. What was the last whatever his last group was, right? When he was the revolutionary and things like that. We gave that time to breathe and grow.
Hmm.
This one got cut. The wings got cut from underneath it early. It never got time to grow. This I think would have been perfect. You add. They needed another member anyway. You add that one more member who's a not young but not old guy who's just in the middle to where he's just hitting his prime. Got a guy like that who could be like a mid card guy or maybe explode to be the main eventer. And then you go from there. That's easily what they should have did.
No,
But it's
I like that they turned heel on him because let's just Bronson. I almost said Bronson Reed. I meant Braun Breaker. I'm sorry, he's not a like he's been built so strongly. I don't see him as a follower. He's a leader. So for them to turn on Seth Rollins, like I knew he was gonna make a heel turn against Seth. Like I knew he was gonna turn on Seth because I can see him as champion. Like he was very dominant intercontinental champion for a while. I can see him doing that main event picture of having that title and everything. Is he great on the mic? Not really. But that's what you have Paul Heyman for. So it didn't make sense for me watching it, having him with Seth Rollins when he's such a dominating force by himself. He doesn't need to be behind someone like that. It's kind of like Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar is such a dominating force. You don't see him following anybody. Is he great on the mic? Not really, but that's what he had Paul Heyman for.
Mm, fair point.
So, um, who are y'all going with? What team? Even though we don't know the full team, your early prediction. Who are you going with for
Hills. Hills.
the Hills? You going with
Yeah.
Yeah.
Breakers?
Yeah, like the Heels have to win this one if they're gonna continue the story, the Heels have to get it. If they're gonna wrap up the story and be done with it, I say the Faces. But if I don't see them ending this anytime soon. I think this will wrap up at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I'm also going Hills.
Yeah.
You
Zip.
know what? I'm going faces, but I'm going with the faces with a bit of uncertainty. Just meaning, I wouldn't be surprised if a couple of the faces start to look at each other a little differently after this.
I can definitely
Just
see that it starts Jay Uso's heel turn even deeper. Like I could see it ending with maybe the heels winning and Jay Uso has fully turned heel.
Don't want to see a Jey
that's
Uso hill
possible.
run. Don't want to see a solo Jey Uso hill run.
I do.
I
It's
don't
coming.
think he'll be by himself. I think they're gonna plug in. Like I can foresee Roman Reigns getting plugged in a little bit somehow, even though he's not full time. I can see how they're gonna plug him into it. But I think that we might see a heel turn, complete heel turn from Jey Uso if the heels win it.
I'm sorry. Just put him back in attack, please. I beg. Please,
Oh,
just
okay.
understand he's over. The fans love him. I understand he's top. Oh my goodness. Sometimes I can't bear it.
All
Like,
right. We got three more things to hit on. Let's hit on the Chelsea Green. I can't never remember her name.
got it, Julia.
Julia. Chelsea Green versus Julia. Me personally, uh, I didn't think Chelsea was gonna win, and definitely the way she won with the roll up, I wasn't expecting that. But Chelsea Green won the title back, and I mean the match wasn't that long either. It was only 3 minutes. The way they took Julia out, I mean, I guess she wasn't getting the hype that she got on NXT, so they went ahead and moved a different direction. I don't know. What's y'all thoughts on it?
I don't even think they gave Julia a chance to get hype. Like, how many title defenses did she really have? How many matches that weren't title defenses did she have? How many promos was she doing? Like,
Mm,
barely any. So it made sense that Chelsea Green, that's in the picture, she's in for every single live, Raw live. She's always in a promo. She's always doing something. So it made sense to give it back to Chelsea Green. But at the same time, you have this US title and this intercontinental title. And yeah, the intercontinental title is getting some views more, but like you're not doing anything with them. Like it was a great thought process, but if you're not really promoting and pushing them and doing these promos and having these matches, it's kind of a waste of time to have it. So I definitely, when I saw the match with her and Julia, I knew she was winning the title because they didn't do anything with Julia. Like it was no reason for her to win.
Yeah, like when she first got the belt, they made it more so of her. They added Kiana James, which I love the idea because Julia. Not saying Julia's English is bad, it's not at all. Promos in the WWE sense, like style, isn't there yet. So I think Kiana James, who's good on the mic as a heel, working putting them together was perfect. Then it was the Muchin thing, cool. But then they went into the now she's going after Tiffany Stratton. And just forget I'm the US championship, the US title. I want both. We'll talk about this one. They want that one. Which was weird, but they didn't go nowhere with that. Then they just were showing her around places and then she loses the belt. They did nothing with her. The IC title is Becky Lynch, who is right now the hottest thing on Raw in terms of the women's division. Yes, I understand. Valkyria has the belt and everything like that, but on Raw, you cannot lie and say Becky Lynch isn't what you're looking for in terms of the woman. It's not Becky Lynch.
I mean, it's not. I have to disagree with you on that. I am not
Who?
all about
Who?
go. I'm not watching Raw for Becky Lynch. I am just not. I have
Out of
never
all the
watched
women
on
there,
out of every single woman, I am not watching for Becky Lynch. I am trying to see Stephanie Bearcare. I am trying to see before them. I was trying to see Naomi when she was doing, the danger, the proceed with caution. I was
oh
trying
no,
to
no,
see
for
Rita.
sure, yes.
I was trying to see Rita Ripley, Io Sky. Becky was not on my radar and still has never. Like, I'm sorry, I was watching Charlotte, Sasha Banks. Becky just has never been on my radar. It just
Hey,
ain't happening.
I wasn't the biggest Becky fan until Big Time Bex, which is right now. Like Big
I
Time
mean,
Bex, her heel run, Big Time Bex was amazing. Now this Hogan run she's on, I love it. The little Hogan thing she's on, where she
It's
has to say she's the best. I love it right now. I just love what she's doing with the IC title, and she's elevating that belt.
it's understandable that a mid card title switches more than the actual heavyweight or women's championship. The mid card title, we all agree, should switch more. However, that does not mean you have to play hot potato with this thing. Unfortunately, I believe the WWE has watered down the title. And so the reason why Chelsea Green was given the green light to win the title again is to add some stability to the title frame, to the title scene, because it just hasn't been that good since she lost it. I'm not saying that these people aren't talented. I'm just saying it hasn't been.
Yeah,
This is where
for
Chelsea
sure.
Green comes in. We know she's entertaining. We know she puts on good matches. She can be that presence to say, okay, we need to reestablish this. And that's why I believe she won.
Yeah, definitely. Because when she had the belt, that was the most entertaining. That's the only time I actually looked at the belt and it meant something. And I believe Vega took it from her, which at the time, cool, it was her moment, but I didn't care for the title reign after that.
yeah, I don't think Vega just doesn't have that. Like, she's a great wrestler, don't get me wrong, but she doesn't have that charismatic ring presence. The promos, like, I also think they dropped the ball with like having her doing promos and talking more. Like, why is she not kind of like how the New Day shows their anime side? She's really into anime and cosplaying. Like, why are we not seeing more of that kind of charismatic personality? So they kind
Yeah,
of dropped the
they
ball with
don't,
her.
yeah, they don't even lean into it. She puts her characters on and everything like that. They don't lean into it like they would do with the New Day, which is weird. And she
Mhm.
dressed it up as Deku. They mention nothing of it. She does so all the time. Like I don't know. That's weird. Now she's with Aleister Black. I hope this is good for her. Hope her and Al work out. If not, I don't know.
All right, so the next thing we got to hit on is John Cena versus Dominic Mysterio for the Intercontinental title. Dominic Mysterio hit him with a 619, then went up for the frog splash, and Cena became Super Cena and won the match. What was y'all's thoughts on that match? By the way, Cena is now a Grand Slam champion.
Which was the point of them putting this match together. Let's
Yep,
admit
Mhm.
it was.
everything was perfect. It was the 20-year anniversary of Eddie Guerrero. It was in Boston, Massachusetts. And his last time in his hometown. It just everything fit of winning the Grand Slam title. Dom
Yeah,
can't do no wrong in my eyes. I don't care what
Yeah.
anybody says. Dominic Mysterio can't do no wrong. He just can't. He's just so good.
Yeah, I'm bummed that he lost the title. I mean, I get why they did gave the title to Cena. I get the whole thing. But in terms of like, as a fan, I'm like, man, I really wanted Dom to retain and show, it was a great match, but I was a little heartbroken. I was like, no, don't do this. But I mean, he's good without a title. He's good with a title. He's still AAA champion, which, it makes me happy, and I think eventually he's gonna have that main card run. And I think that maybe because I think he's in. Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't he also part of the whole John Cena's final match kind of tournament?
Yes, he's in the
Yeah.
tournament.
So I can see them making sure like getting him the win to face John Cena one more time and do that final goodbye. So and then make it a title match to get his title back. They could
Yeah,
possibly do
that,
that.
that has been a theory. Also, Dom is the
It,
only reason why I turn on Triple A.
it's
Mm.
very interesting to see what they're going to do with Cena now. Cena is one of the all-time greats in the WWE. I'd go as far as to say, is the WWE's greatest wrestler. WWE, I didn't say WWF, WWE's greatest wrestler. That being said, a guy like him, usually in respect to the business, you go out on your back. I wonder if there's a chance that they let John Cena walk away with the title,
So he's
and then they figure
always
out a, either a tournament or a match to crown the champ. But I wonder if they
so.
will let him walk out with a title.
One
I
thing
can
he's
see
always
that.
stated is that he wants to go on his back. He thinks you have to pay your dues when you're leaving. You have to put over somebody. That's something he's always believed in. He's talked about his entire time. When it's his time, he wants to be taking the pin. So I assume
Yeah,
he'll be
What
taking the
he
pin.
may want to do versus what the WWE may want him to do may be
it's
two
two different.
separate things.
Yeah, like
I mean,
TKO.
so
I
far
don't
they
think TKO is gonna let that like slide of him going out on his back. I think they're gonna make sure he wins it. I think they kind of messed up a little bit with this final match tournament because I don't know about you guys, but I would have loved to see his final match would have been him versus our truth. Like and do that little segment instead of the one we got earlier in the year because the earlier in the year one wasn't that good. It's like they kind of let Ron our truth kind of fall off because I thought he was gonna do a heel turn, but then kind of came back. It was just kind of a mess for me. But I definitely would have loved to see him and our truth doing the final match.
there was more to it, but Dwayne messed up. Dwayne and Travis messed up his robbed us of great, great things.
So,
All right.
But I
Anybody got
like the
anything
tournament.
else?
I
Yeah,
like the
we
tournament.
got to hit on
I
the tournament.
personally like the tournament. I personally like it. It's giving us fun matches, matches we probably wouldn't see normally. And it's like it's actually making his last match something that like it means something. Like it's like a title. Everybody wants to John Cena's last match. It's elevated his last match more than ever he's been elevated. But
do you
having the
think?
last match, oh, my apologies. What was you about to say?
No, I was just gonna ask, do you think we're gonna see the return of Edge? That's also a curious thing because they also
No.
hinted that we can see they also hinted that we can see somebody that does not work for the company anymore. And right now, Edge is not on AEW and Tony Khan has is cool with him coming back if they did offer him to do John Cena's last match. So
So
that does to open the door to if Edge does make a return just for a goodbye match. And I would love to see that, but like it depends on how because TKO is beefing with AEW and AEW is like why. But
I mean, I'm gonna say no, just for the simple fact that the thing I'm more leaning towards Jericho because he's been gone longer. Contract has actually expired and everything. I'm leaning toward more Chris Jericho. But I'm gonna say no because what AEW has done constantly to their superstars before they go to WWE, what they did to Ricky Saints, what they did to Ray Phoenix, they held them. They literally told Ray Phoenix, "You cannot join because you were hurt, so you got to give us that time back." On the They did the same thing to Ricky Starks. They said, "You were hurt, you got to give us that time back." That's what they put in their contract. That's what they want. What they're trying to do is dull your hype for when you go to WWE. That's what they've
y-
done. Countless, multiple guys, people that have went there. So who knows?
Yeah, Tisha, I think you made every AEW fan cringe when you said that. It
I know. I'm
definitely.
sorry.
No, I'm
I
just
like
kidding.
no, but I am an AEW fan because of how they book their match for their all out pay per view. Of
Right.
it's like a 5 to 6 hour show, and they're wrapping up every storyline. Every title is on the line. Like it's not like this WWE where we're seeing like one or two titles on the line and half storylines and half not, and where this match is coming from. And I think that it's just for me, those pay per views are more complete and just like you're getting banger after banger is my position for AEW. Like I love AEW, and I know some fans are gonna cringe when I said that about Edge, but it is still, John Cena's last match. They had a great chemistry when they were at WWE together. I mean, same thing with him and Chris Jericho. So it's just kind of like, okay, it's an end of the era. We're saying goodbye to John Cena. Like I do want to see him and Edge one more time. And that's just me being a kid from, the 90s, 2000, like that time. I just like see my favorite wrestlers like say goodbye to each other like that.
I get what you're saying, but I wonder if he's already done it. Does John Cena really need to have another nostalgia match, or should he put over another up and comer? Is it time to say this is the next guy, y'all? This is the guy you should root for, or this is the guy you should do. Is it
But
time
who's
that he does that? Because if you want to put somebody into a position to be a player, you have them defeat John Cena in his last match.
Theoretically, they
but
try to do
but
that with Cody Rhodes.
but who would they have? Because like I mean, all I could think is oh my goodness, why can I think of his name? I should know.
Over Femi. Oh,
No, oh yeah, I didn't even think about Obafemi. I was thinking of
I don't
Roman
think he should
Reigns,
be in the
but
tournament. I
yeah,
don't think he should be in a tournament at all.
no, he's in a dominated force right now with NXT. I don't think it's time to bring him up yet. But like, all I can think is like, who could John Cena put over? Like, we've already got Roman Reigns, we got Randy Orton. Like, I mean, even Randy Orton is the past. Like, who is the new future of WWE?
Well, we haven't seen the full bracket yet, so we
Yeah,
so
still
that's
don't
true.
know
young
who's
guy,
involved or who they're considering.
young guys. I could think of. Devon's too young. Ricky Saints is too green.
I
Um,
mean, just because of the age thing, I mean, there's been plenty of guys that have been young and just have flown through. Like, I think Javon would be a good one too. Like, I really like
it
that
would be
one.
an amazing
I
match,
just
right?
don't see them winning the whole. I just don't see a guy like that winning the whole tournament to go
Yeah,
against
that's
John
what I'm
Cena.
Right.
saying.
I mean,
What about
I'm.
Braun
That's my point.
Breaker? What about Braun
Oh my
Breaker?
God, that is
Oh
a.
Very,
Oh,
yes,
I didn't even
it's a good,
think about
very
that.
good one.
That's a
Yes.
if
very
he's
good
in a
one.
tournament, very possible.
I mean, I
That's
feel.
my pick. That's my pick, y'all. That's why I said it.
But is he in a
Uh,
tournament though?
Yeah,
I'm
we
pretty
don't know
sure
yet.
we don't
I'm
know.
just waiting to find out. Like, we're gonna see Joe Henry or something. Like,
I
are we
think
Say
you'll
gonna
see
see
his
him.
name.
Joe?
Oh, well, you said his name, so now,
I think you will
Yeah.
100% see
hey,
Joe
you
Henry
said
in this
you
tournament.
seen his name. That means we're definitely seeing him on NXT.
Right, like what if he's the final match, which I wouldn't hate. I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna be entertained.
They gave for Randy than
I
John. Oh my goodness.
I 100% want our truth to win this. I
Yes.
100%. Do I
But you
think he
want,
will? I think he's got. I don't think he'd be a favorite to, but it would be my option that he
you
would.
know who my option would be? Rusev.
Oh,
Just to go
why?
back to that because that WrestleMania match. When we look at it, other things considered, that was supposed to be Rusev's crowning moment, being John Cena at the greatest days of them all, and he didn't do it. That would have stamped Rusev to where Rusev was on another level. I think to right that wrong, you put Rusev there, you stamp him, and now he's the dominant force that that they're building him up to be. He wins the IC title
It
and
would
goes on a
bring him
great
back.
IC title run. Yeah, it'll bring it back.
It would 100% bring him back.
Yeah.
Or Karrion Cross. Hear me out. Karrion Cross.
Oh, that's my one of my favorite
Is
wrestlers.
wait?
I
I
wish
don't
he'd
think
come back.
he's not. He's
He's
not in the
he's
WWE right now.
no, he is gone. He is
He's
on
in.
the
He's in.
independent. No,
He's
he's
in
in the
He's
GCW.
tearing up. He's tearing up the
terror.
independents right now.
Oh my
Yeah,
God, he came to Michigan and he was killing it. Oh, that was such a good match when he was here.
but all the places he's gone, indies wise, work with the WWE still. GCW and things like that still work with the WWE.
They also work with other promotions too, so he could go,
Yeah,
to Japan or
yeah,
AEW or
without.
someone else. So we'll see.
or Zack Ryder. That's who I hope.
Oh, woo, woo,
I,
woo.
I'm
You know it.
I just hope. I don't even
personally,
care. If,
that's the guy. That's the guy it should be.
I don't even
Or if you want to
care
go a
if it's
step
Mark
beyond, don't
Cardona.
even call yourself. Don't even call yourself Zack Ryder. If you
Yeah, I
go
don't
by
care.
your actual name and say, you know what, you squashed Zack Ryder when he had a chance to be something. I'm here to show you that I made it without you, and have him
Hmm.
beat John Cena.
Yeah,
Ooh, that'd be good.
I don't care if he's Matt Cardona. I just need to hear the woo woo woo. You know
You
it.
know it.
That's
Yes.
all I
He's a
need to
fan
hear.
favorite. I mean, he
If
would definitely give that shock factor.
Can I
Yeah.
get
if
that?
he
Oh,
comes out as Zack
stereo.
Ryder, he's losing. Simple as that. If he comes out as Zack Ryder, he will lose.
Soon as I see her hear old stereo, I'm just gonna fall out.
Tell me everything you know. Oh, that chill.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny, guys.
Chill, the Long Island IC, man.
uh can't
Good old
can't
Wrestling.
believe he's married to Chelsea Green. That's crazy.
I
Hey,
can.
he's
I
one
like it.
half.
I
Hey,
like
Yeah.
he
it
is one.
too.
Hold on. He is one half of the mixed tag team champions. No, he's a half of a half. He's
He's
a
a-
half of the United States
Well,
champion.
and he's built a following outside of the WWE. I mean, I
Yeah,
follow him
he's.
Yes.
even after he's left. I've followed him on YouTube in the indies. Like, he is someone you just always keep your eye on. It. You're secretly rooting for him. You know what I mean?
Didn't he win the um, Indy, what is it? Indy's best, what's it called, most or something like 10
Yeah.
years in a row since he's left.
Yeah.
He
He's
keeps winning
been
the.
one of the hottest independent wrestlers since leaving WWE.
Yeah.
yeah.
Facts.
All right, guys. I think that might do it. Any final thoughts on pro wrestling in general?
I
Um.
mean, no, if WWE can get their booking and their cards together so it'd be entertaining and actually can compete with AEW, I'll be okay. But that's another
Hey,
day, another
And
man.
story.
I watch AEW. I watch AEW for the wrestling. I watch WWE for the stories.
All right. It's less that you
if
bring me
there
timeless Tony Storm.
Yeah. Oh
and
my goodness. I try to. I don't. I try not to like her so much, and she's so good. It's annoying.
They blew the bag with
if
that
I can
name. They
draw your if I could draw your attention to one thing AEW was about to do is bring back the national title, which was a hallmark of the NWA. So I'm
Yeah.
glad they're doing.
hmm
Still don't
Yes.
like Hangman. I
I
still
am
don't like
really
Hangman.
hoping. I am really hoping that they'll give a guy like Shelton Benjamin or Claudio a chance to hold this belt to show what it will be going forward.
Hey, man. As long as Hangman Page loses the belt, I'm fine. I don't like him as a wrestler. He's not believable as a champion to me. Listen, I don't know.
I don't know. I do like him a little bit though.
It's something about him I just can't take serious as a champion. I think it's his finisher. I don't. I can't put my finger on it.
Yeah, this might be a WWE talk, but shout out Moxley.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I miss him as Dean Ambrose, and I cry
Oh
every
my
day that
god.
man is gone. My
Vince
my
McMahon
soul
did that man
hurts.
so wrong. Vince McMahon did him
Dirty.
so wrong.
That you messed up. You messed up. That man was absolutely awesome. And to see if you would have kept him, the beef between him and Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, and this could have feed families for generations. There's so many. You could have had him be a heel, and Reigns and Roman trying to bring him back to the light. You could have did so much and fed families for
Tisha,
years.
Tisha,
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying. However, Moxley is about wrestling first. He
Yeah.
never really liked that whole WWE show. He is a true wrestler at heart, which is
And that's
why
why he bumped heads with Brock Lesnar.
he couldn't have the longevity there.
Yeah. I know, but still, it still hurts.
And that's why him and Brock Lesnar bumped heads.
Like I get it. Like I mean, I just miss him so much. I miss the Shield. I'm not gonna lie. The best faction for me in this new era was just the Shield. I just want the Shield back just a little bit. Like WrestleMania when they played that Shield music, I was like, please tell me my boy came back in Shield gear. Like please tell me he's showing up just a little bit.
Hey,
I
I
cried.
yelled.
I was
I knew it wasn't Dean, and I still yelled Dean. knew it wasn't.
Hey,
I
I
still
will
yelled
take
it.
John Moxley. I will take John Moxley over Dean Ambrose any day.
I'd
Yo,
take
and
them
then they
both.
keep and they keep talking about him on WWE television. It brings a tear to me every time.
They know they miss him. They miss him so badly.
Yeah, he's not coming back. He's on a he's soon and he's soon to
No, that
retire.
that that ship has sailed. I think we all know
Yeah,
that ship has sailed.
Well, yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
He's
he's
soon
gone.
retire. He's soon retire. Daniel Bryan retired. Oh, I'm sorry, Bryan Danielson retired. Pray every day that John Cena's final match is him. No, it won't be. No, it's no physical way he's going to wrestle again. But I just hope it's him.
Yeah.
Also,
Oh.
Swerve Strickland is the best in
All right.
AEW has to offer.
Alright.
All right,
All right.
guys. I think that'll do it. Appreciate the newest member, Tisha, joining the NMP
Yes, indeed.
family. Yep,
Yeah. Yes. Thank
we
you. Thank
appreciate
you.
you. We're glad you're our first lady. We'll make
Yes, sir.
sure you're taken care of here at the Not Move podcast. All right,
All
guys.
right.
All right. That's it. We'll see you guys next week.
All right. Thank
Thank
you.
you for having him. Keep watching wrestling.
Yeah.
Not moved out.
Bye, guys.
This non-casual podcast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or reused without the authorized written consent of the Not Move Podcast Network. Thank you, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.